Hi everyone, Tim Van Orden here, coming to you today from my new sound studio that I just built in my large mill space. So I've got a black box now to tweak and have fun with and work on the lighting and the sound until I get it just the way I want. This is a test video of sorts. And the point of today's video is to thank you for your kindness and consideration and compassion over this past week. It's hard to believe it's been a week since Chirpa passed, but time flies. And if you're not paying attention, your whole life goes by. So I want to pay attention to the fact that so many of you have been compassionate and have reached out and shared your support and your feelings and your stories, and I'm really grateful for that. Hearing everybody's stories of what they've been through and their losses and their grieving process. And what I'm realizing is that if you really check in with the tears and the sobbing and the feeling of loss and the feeling of emptiness and of being alone in the world, if you check in with that, you realize that it's not actually painful. We just label it as being painful. It's just a strong emotion. Just like anger or happiness or love, they come through us, they move us. That's why they're called emotions. It's like an energetic motion moving through us, like a wave, lifting us and dropping us. And loss and grief are emotions. And if you call it painful, it hurts. But if you don't, and you just let yourself experience it, it's not painful at all. What it becomes is an honoring and a celebration of those that you lost, or that which you lost. You see, we create these channels, these highways with each other in our lives. Chirpa spent a third of my life with me. That's hard to believe, but for a third of my life, she has been helping to create who I am through that connection that I had with her, through that shared two-way street of love and affection. And that channel is still there, that highway is still there, and I've got traffic that is like backed up and wants to continue moving, but it doesn't have a destination anymore. And I think that's why it feels so painful, because we have all this stuff and there's nowhere to put it. So I think what the grieving process is all about, it's not about severing the highway or putting up Jersey barriers so the cars can't go there anymore. I don't think that's healthy grieving. Instead, I think grieving is about finding a new direction for that traffic, for that energy, for that emotion. It's got to move. You've got to give it some place to move to. So as I'm feeling all these really intense feelings for Chirpa, I'm then channeling them into the outside world, but not as a replacement for her, but as an honoring and celebration of her, because it's the highway that she helped me build. Just like you'll be driving down a highway somewhere in the United States and it'll say the Dwight D. Eisenhower Memorial Highway. Well, this highway is the Chirpa Memorial Highway. And it's going to go to some pretty extraordinary places thanks to her. So I'm not getting over her or getting beyond her. I'm moving on the path that she helped me to create. Everything I touch and smell and see is richer and more saturated, more aromatic. Everything. I'll walk through the house and I'll put my hand on the banister or the stairwell and I'll feel it. When I put food in my mouth now, I taste it so much deeper. When I sit and look at the snow outside, it's so much more calming and bright and alive, vibrant. Everything is richer because that path is now focused everywhere. And maybe someday it'll coalesce and come together and focus on one person again or one being. And that would be wonderful if that happens. But right now it's focused on the world around me. So if you've suffered a loss and you haven't allowed yourself to fully grieve, you've cut that channel off. You've cut away that connection. You cut away the gift that that person or animal gave to you. Because what they gave to you was an open channel. So get back in there. Restart the grieving process. Honor them. Open that channel up. And take it somewhere else now. that's what they would want. Okay? Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? But we're not going to pay paradise, and we're not going to put up a parking lot. We're going to create paradise. Right next to the parking lot, because you got to have somewhere to park, right? I hope that's of value to you. I'll keep sharing my process and what I'm going through, but it's still there. It's not gone, but it's just different now. And Chirp is with me everywhere I go. Chirp is with me with everything I touch and see and smell and hear. She's a part of it now, because I'm seeing it through the part of me that she helped create. So don't be afraid to feel. Don't be afraid to open up that channel and focus it on the world. All right? I love you guys. Bye.